Imagine you're on a dirt road in the middle of the night. There's a swamp nearby, and you hear the toads and the crickets singing their song. Suddenly, everything becomes quiet. You see a strange light walking towards you, and then it suddenly disappears. I'll be explaining what the PD believes to be a ghost. In the small town of Bingham, South Carolina, of Dillon County, this story became so big that PM Magazine and the Morning News came to review it. Today I'll be explaining the rumors, what people see, as well as the scientific explanation behind this. Let's get into the dark history of this ghostly light. There are two stories behind, depending on where you're from. The first story is about a guy named John Bingham. John Bingham was a farmer in this area. He was walking along railroad tracks and he noticed they were under reconstruction. So once there was a train coming and he tried to cut on his lantern and wave it down, but his lantern faded out. He tried fixing the railroad track, but he suddenly fell and the train ran over him. Today he's looking for his remains. The second story is more known in the PD area. There was a book called The Last of the Binghams, written by J. Zegler. And this book was about a guy named Evan Bingham, and he had a crazy family. What they do is they try to expand their property line, but when the salesperson came up and explained that they can't do that, he killed them. And they believed that this area was where he hid his bodies. A train company tried placing their tracks down, and he was kind of upset about that. So what he did was he laid his left arm across the railroad track and let it run over it just to sue the train company. And you can see that on the middle of the book in the PowerPoint presentation. What people see is quite scary. People claim to see the nearly exact same thing. They call out for a guy named John Bingham. It gets cold, and then this light appears. Derek Ferrier from the website Ghost Village says, the light didn't glow like a normal light does. It was just a soft, faint blue cream ball. It showed itself in flashes and moved inside to side motion. This light looked like a lantern, and it would sway. It was at a steady 5 feet and never went up or down. It was at a steady pace, and they believed that this was the height of John Bingham. It would change colors, and it would reappear. The scary thing about this is people say don't run because it will chase you. Some people believe there's a scientific explanation for it. The light started raising questions through the PD area, and scientists became involved. Dr. Kenneth was an organic chemist at Francis Marion University. From the website SC Now, Kenneth said, to create a glow, however, the gases need some type of extraneous ignition, which isn't as easily explained. So even at that comment, people aren't quite sure how that happens. They believe it's swamp gas, but it is questionable. But they also believe it could be headlights reflecting off that swamp water into the field. People argue about the swamp gas and headlights because they explain that they've never seen anything like this. And since it's in the middle of the field, they don't believe it's any way possible that it could be headlights from a car. Scientists still believe it's swamp gas. People agree to disagree about this ongoing phenomenon. This is the story of the Bingham Light, what people see, and the scientific explanation behind the light. Many people believe it's the ghost of John Bingham. It follows you. It sways like a lantern at a steady pace, and it summons after calling its name and will chase you. But scientists still believe it's swamp gas. Somehow smaller bubbles turn into bigger ones that ignite. And it could just be a random car headlight. But thank you for your time, and I hope you learned a little something. Okay,